morning to you.
Good morning.
So you've put me on this project. Another DIY.
I keep trying to fix little things at a time. Because I know you don't like too much at once.
Well,
So I keep chipping away.
I like to focus on one project at a time, yes. So it looks like we are installing a new towel bar. This one right here.
Yes. I still have a few tweaks I'd like to do in this bathroom. And this is not the last one. But we'll focus on this.
Yeah, please. Okay, so this is a chrome towel bar. It doesn't really match our decor in here. Yeah, I think it was pre-existing.
Yeah, those are just the old standard cheesy ones, as I call them. And yeah, it just doesn't go well.
And as you know, we have very limited space in the cabin. We're always talking about that, and this bathroom is no exception. So you have to make use of your space in the most optimum way. And the way we have done that with another towel bar, actually one of our viewers sent to us, we still have it and we love it. I'm going to show it to you if I can back up here without falling over the toilet. Is this one. So it's a double towel bar. It blends in nicely with our mural wall there. But we like this because, you can do a dual purpose here. You can hang two towels. So that's what we're wanting to do over here. And we're kind of wanting to go with the dark theme here. Don't mind my appearance. Ooh. So here's the dark theme that we have been using. So it matches the other towel bar. And then up here the light fixture, kind of bright, but it's also dark. And so this one now is kind of out of place. So we're going to replace it with one that we found. Now we have been looking at estate sales, but we just haven't seen any come up that we liked. So we went on
and 2 years later, I'm tired of waiting for a good deal for that.
Yes, it's hard to see the towel bar in this, but it's a double towel bar and it has the shorter version length and then the longer, more pushed out bar. So what they do is they screw together. It's also a longer bar than what's here.
I did find it on clearance at Amazon, so it wasn't even full price, but I was tired of waiting for rock bottom. So
yeah, I know. So I've removed it because of the limited workspace here. I've removed it from the packaging and I've put all the fasteners in here. Now some of these I may not use because they got some for wall anchors and some for studs. It just depends on what we find behind the wall as to which ones we're going to use. And I brought out the drills, the drill bit that I think we'll use. If it's too big, I can go get another one. But I have already, underneath here is usually a really tiny Allen wrench. But as it turns out, it's a flathead screw. It took me a few minutes to figure that out. So it takes the tiniest of little screwdrivers. This is for like a watch repair.
For your eyeglasses.
Yeah, for eyeglasses or watches. And so this actually worked and loosened those screws. So we have already loosened the screws, but that's the first step. So I can just lift this off.
Look there's that pink again.
And you can take this in the other room just to get it out here. The ends might fall off, so watch out.
They've probably been in there so long.
Yeah. So you can see the wallpaper they had up here before. So probably when we mount this, we'll be doing some painting. And probably even some puttying, because we'll have to, there's no doubt the holes are not going to fit in the same holes. So I'll be removing these. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver. Same over here. And then the brackets for the new one look more like this. So I will try to use the same footprint over here to start it, but I'm pretty sure the other one's going to fall over here somewhere.
It really wasn't that big in the picture. That's the only one thing I will say that's bad about shopping online is
it's hard to put things in perspective.
Well, sometimes the pictures don't really match what you're getting. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But is what it is.
So
there's that wonderful phrase I hate.
So when I'm working around this sink, I always want to close the, that's a good tip, close the trap there so you don't lose or drop something down in there, and then you end up having to go under the sink and tear the sink apart to get whatever you dropped in there. So.
And luckily, there's only about 3 more things I want to do to this bathroom.
Ooh, 3. I only know of 2. So.
What are the 2 you know?
This one.
Oh.
And then I believe you want to do a light change out up here.
Yeah, that most definitely.
And I'm going to guess maybe repainting or painting? No, I don't remember what the other
Eventually, one day, I have a dream to change this vanity.
Oh, the whole vanity.
But that's probably not going to happen because I didn't, those are hard to find at a good deal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if I get really bored, I'd love to put some little edging around up there to give it that nice masterful touch.
More of a finished look.
Yeah, so I know every time I bring it up, you're like eye rolling, but it's always on my mind that I'd love to trim that out.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, that would look nice.
Those, did I list 3? Yeah, those are my at least 3 things.
At least.
Because, there might be a 4th one at some point.
Sure. Well, we're going to focus on this towel bar, so I'll go ahead and get this taken off, and then what I think I'll do is go look and see if we have some paint first. We keep all the paint that we've used, so we should have some of this paint. I
think we do.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead and cover this, because if I put a bracket here, then you're going to end up having to paint around the bracket, and that doesn't always work well. So we're going to go ahead and take this down and paint these, and we may have some hole filling to do here, and then we'll just have to, I think this new one doesn't match up well with the old one, so we're just going to be doing new holes. But that's okay. It's part of the project. Okay, I got the towel bar down, and I got the sheetrock anchors out. What I do with that is I back the screws out, and then I put the screw back in just a short ways, grab it with pliers, and pull the anchor out. So that's how you pull the anchor out. And now I'm just taking a little bit of spackle. What I have here is this product here. I think we picked this up at a yard sale, but any spackle will work. This is the pink stuff that turns white and then it's ready for sanding. I'm just using my finger and puttying the holes. It doesn't take long for this stuff to set up. I think it's like 15 minutes or something. And it's probably ready to paint in an hour. I did find our paint, but it might not be usable. We're still playing with the paint to see if it's going to work. Not real worried about the rough surfaces right now. Once this solidifies, I can take a little bit of sandpaper and just, and then I do the same thing over here with the other one. Okay, I've buffed this out and got the paint. The paint looks really bad. I mean, it's pretty lumpy. It's rubberized, but I've stirred it up the best I can. It's the only paint that we have. It's somewhat matching. I think it's a little runny, so I don't know what it's going to do. But yeah, it's not going to do well. There's no paint in that. It's just runny. Well, I at least like to whiten it up a little. I may have to see if I got some white spray paint, because this paint's just not any good anymore. You can see how it's lumpy. I'm not really getting the paint, it's just the liquidy stuff. So I think what I'm going to have to do is see if I have any white paint. And yeah, the color's going to be off a little bit. And maybe one day we'll paint this room again a different color, and that'll be the fix. But I at least want to get it better than it is. Okay, so the paint's not going to work, and we don't have any white paint. I guess we used it all when we did the compass. So what I thought was white paint, I popped the white cap off of it, and it actually had black on the nozzle. So I sprayed it on the grass a little bit, and it's black paint with a white cap. So we'll have to get some white paint. So in the meantime, I have put the towel bar together. So it came in 2 halves. These 2 halves, they just screw into each other. Same with the bottom. And you got 2 ways you can do this. If you look at the end, you can mount it with the long bar on top, or you can flip it over and put the long bar on the bottom. Now what we're going to do is put the long bar on the bottom, and it's just really personal preference. The other one that we have on the back side of the bathroom there is this way, so we're going to stay with that. We're going to go ahead and, we decided to go ahead and hang up this towel bar. Even though we may have to take it back down for painting, it won't be a big deal. So we're just going to mark it. We're going to place it right over this on this end, and on this end it goes well beyond. It goes over here. So, and I brought a level so we can level it out. I went and got a different size bit, because what we're going to do is use the drywall screws here. I'm trying not to get in the camera. And that should be sized close enough. So these drywall hangers, I don't have any studs that fall in the right place in order to hang this where it wouldn't be weird. So you just drill a small hole. Don't drill too deep, because you never know what's behind this wall. There is power on this wall. There's a plug on this further end. I don't think there's any power over here. There's no wall switches over here. But there's no need to run that drill all the way through the wall if you don't have to. All you want to do is just get through the sheetrock. I don't know if this drill bit is quite big enough. Looks like it's might not be, because it's starting to kind of bend. Let's try it one more time. If not, I'll have to go get a bigger bit. Yeah, it's bending. So let me go get a little bigger bit. Okay, I'm back. A little bigger bit, a little bigger hole. I'm gonna be careful not to get too big a hole. And wall anchors just go in like that. I think what I'm gonna do is get me a pencil and mark the holes. Okay, so I'll see if I can do this by myself, or I have to solicit some help. I'm going to place this up there. And need to get it level, so I use a level here. Trying to get it level there. Okay. And I brought a marker so I can just put a dot on the wall. I did that. I marked all 4 sides. And then that's where your holes will go. Okay, so those should all be in the right place. Should be. And now, these are the screws they give you for these, and then you put little covers over them. See if I can't get the top ones in on both sides. That way it'll hold the bar up for me and I don't have to hold it. It's a good idea to start the screw. Don't screw it all the way in yet, in case you need to make some adjustments. You don't have to overly tighten these things because the way it works is the screw going into the wall anchor, it spreads the wall anchor out. So it spreads it out into the wall and gets a really good bite on the sheetrock. That's kind of how they work. And do the same thing over here. If you over tighten them, they will strip. And the wall anchor will end up spinning in place. It'll route out your hole, and then it won't hold your towel bar. It'll fall out of the wall. So you want to be real careful not to over tighten these. They did include a little screwdriver, but I feel pretty confident with the power driver. You just have to kind of feather the trigger and don't let it get away from you. So that's up. It's mounted. It's good and firm. And then all you have to do now is they give you these little caps to cover the screw heads with, like that, for a cleaner finish. And that's all there is to this towel bar. So we'll have to get some white paint, and it'll be real easy. Pull these caps off, unscrew 4 screws, and then just use some blue tape and paint it. And we'll do that at a later date. So just finish putting these cap covers on there and we're done. And I think that'll be a much more functional towel bar. It gives us more space to hang more towels in a small bathroom. So that concludes this DIY project. I hope you guys feel confident in wanting to hang your own towel bar. You guys have a good one. Okay, this is about a week later. We're back in the bathroom and we're trying to get these colored. So this is the spackle that I use to patch the holes, and it's white. And then what we were able to do, and we don't really have the best solution for this fix just yet, but we're still working on it. Here was some paint. It was marked down. It's basically a white. It was marked down to 14, which is half price, and then it was marked down again half price to 7. So we got this little pint of paint for $7. It is a white. We think it needs to be tinted down, but the guy at Lowe's really wasn't, said he wasn't really able to tint it to the color based on the color that was on our phone that we took pictures of. And then the previous can we had, he said, had been modified, so the color coding wasn't the right color. So what we're doing is we took some of this white paint, and we actually took some coffee grounds just to darken it. You can see it's a little bit darker. It's still not going to be a match, but it is going to be better than this pink that's here. We'll be able to tone it down a little bit. And over here we've done like a little practice patch. But we're going to go ahead and just blend this in and see if it's not close. I mean, it's better than it was, but it's not where it needs to be. But this is a little, it almost looks like it's a patch.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not a good fix, but we will continue to work on this. But for right now, we wanted to do a test, and I'm only going to say it's about a 20% success. It is better. I mean, it's better than the mauve color, but it's not the color. The wall seems to have kind of a greenish tint to it, a little bit.
Well, the problem too is you have this wallpaper that really needs to be removed because it's making that patch look because it has an extra layer on it.
Yeah, right. So, I'm not sure what the best fix is for this. It's not in a good place to just hang a picture over it either because the towel bar. We are able to cover part of it. I don't know. We still have to come up with some ideas. I do have an idea. No, that won't work either. Never mind. But that's our fix for now. And it's better than it was, but it's still not where it needs to be. So if you have any ideas about a permanent fix outside of buying a gallon of paint and painting the whole wall, which that's an option, a gallon of paint would probably paint this whole wall. There's not really a lot. I mean, you would have to paint all over here and up there. You could paint this whole wall white. I don't know that this is enough paint to paint it. So I guess the fix is to paint this whole room again.
Now you need to take off that wallpaper too.
Yeah, remove the wallpaper, which that's another messy job. But anyway, so I just wanted to add this clip into this video and show you that we made an attempt here. Not everything is 100% successful, but we did do it on a budget, and it is better than it was.
Let's just face it, it's a fail.
It's kind of a fail, but moving on.